Welcome to Clash. This is Elestrals Clash. It is out of private beta and into public beta. The results of that are, a little mixed. It doesn't feel like a public beta. It feels like it's still a private beta, if I'm being honest. But at some points in the beta, it felt more like an alpha. I don't know. The alpha was really rough, but alphas are supposed to be really rough. The private beta was fine. It was getting there, but at some points it did feel like just the alpha, but slightly better. Now that we're in public beta, the game is in a playable state. I've actually had access to the beta for a while. I just haven't really done anything with it because I didn't really feel right to show it off yet. Like, it does have a little watermark that says beta on it, but even then, people don't really understand what beta means anymore because a lot of companies use a public beta as a way to do 2 launches for their games and have 2 launch windows, quote unquote. And so this is not doing that, where this is a beta-ass beta. Now, in the next couple of weeks, I imagine this will shape up to look more like a public beta, quote unquote. But until then, right now we're still working out a lot of bugs, and there's still some stuff that looks a little jank. Like I said, this is laggy. I've been seeing this the whole time, how it laggily loads in the new thing. So unlike most free-to-play experiences, Elestrals is actually free-to-play. It's not really freemium like a lot of other games are. This is free-to-play. I liken this a lot more to Fortnite, where all the gameplay aspects of the game are accessible to you for free, but the cosmetics are what's gatekept behind, your microtransaction currencies, which you can see up at the top here, the gems, the coins, and the keys. So let's just go through everything. We have a little menu here. The menu here is pretty self-explanatory. I've got, you got this little, profile area here. The profile tells you if you've connected to the Caster Club. It has your wallet, which includes this little microtransaction currency that is not mentioned anywhere else. I've got the Kickstarter badge. I've also got the Citizen 2 because that's how much I paid for in the Kickstarter. I've got my favorite Camel Boy. I'm in Obsidian rank, not the highest rank, but pretty high up there. And then you have this little thing where as you play, you unlock more of it. I'm not really sure what 11, 12, any of this means, actually. I don't think any single part of the game explains what this means. It just kind of unlocks as you play. I don't know. By the way, when you start the game, you're going to be forced into a tutorial. The tutorial can soft lock you. The tutorial only launched days before the public release of the game. So it's not had a lot of time to be actually tested. It's laggy, it's buggy, it can soft lock you, and you have to restart. It's awful. Get out of the tutorial as fast as you can, but of course, you can't. And then after you're done with the tutorial, it launches you into ranked with the starter deck, which is miserable. I don't understand that thought process whatsoever. So yeah, if we go into collection, okay, here's all my decks, but we're not looking at that right now. We're looking at the fact that you get every card in the game right off the bat. You don't have to gacha for cards like you do in a Master Duel, or a Duel Links, or a Hearthstone, or Magic the Gathering Arena, or Pokemon TCG Live, or any Pokemon TCG Pocket, or whatever. You get every single card right off the bat. In my case, I also have the Kickstarter stuff, so if I find Astrabbit, I have the special full art guy. But you can unlock other arts with your various microtransaction currencies. Here's another secret one that they don't tell you about on the top of the screen. It's these right here that you have to so here you have to find it through your gacha. There is a gacha, we'll get to that. It's but purely for cosmetics. Like I said, it's a lot more like Fortnite than it is like a Master Duel. Yeah, Elechick had to be banned. That card is nutty. We'll get into what my decks are later. First up, I want to go take a look at the Clash Pass, which apparently changes the music. Awesome. So this is a battle pass. I do not have the premium version of the battle pass, so I can't unlock all this stuff right now. Maybe I'll do that later. I'm not sure. Because for some reason, the Clash Pass does not refund you the gems you put into it. So most battle passes refund you the gems you put into it as you go through the battle pass. You usually have to go pretty far to get a refund in your gems, and it usually gives you a surplus, actually. But that's like one of the points of the battle pass. A-Drive has said that he's going to consider changing that, but he has to be careful because the cosmetics is like the only monetization thing that the game has. But I think this shows that Dan just doesn't really understand how a battle pass works as a monetization feature. So battle passes, you can see this in Fortnite, because Fortnite is the one who innovated the battle pass, and again works exactly like Elestrals, where the entire game is available to you except for the cosmetics, which you then battle pass for, or get the microtransaction currency for. The way a battle pass works is it incentivizes you to keep playing. You have to keep playing to refund the gems so that you can buy the next battle pass. If it's not incentivizing you to continue playing, what is the purpose of it? It is not like, sure, you're putting in some amount of gems to actually get the battle pass, but that's not going to actually incentivize what you want as a mobile game market. As a mobile game market, what you want are whales. And to get whales, you need a steady player base. And a battle pass being generous is how you get a steady player base. This is why when people say that their mobile game of choice, their gacha game of choice is generous, I roll my eyes. Because it's not generous, you are the bait. They're not, they're trying to cultivate you to get the whales to come in and eat you. You are plankton. You are plankton. And I think the Clash Pass is just not really incentivizing you to become the plankton for the whales to chew on, right? Not that whales don't chew, they strain, but whatever. And I think that's a really strange thing, and hopefully that'll be fixed later. Let's go to the store, which also has a different theme apparently. Interesting. So right now we have the Clash Pass, obviously 500 gems. I've only got 90. The gems are not very generous in this game, and they really want you to just like purchase in the VIP bundle. 3,000 gems, dog. I told you I've been playing this a lot, and I've only gotten 90 gems. The only way to get gems seemingly is like through this or through the Clash Pass. But again, the Clash Pass doesn't refund you on the gems you put in. You can get the 10 Pandora keys and get one extra one. And then the creator gift bundle, which is something you get when you use a creator code to purchase something. I don't have a creator code yet. They did email me saying that the program was opening, but they didn't give me a code yet. I don't know if they're planning on giving me a code or what. If they do, I'll let you know. If not, whatever. And I'll still continue criticizing their monetization strategy either way, because that's just how I am. I cannot help it. Just ask Harvest Hunt. So here's the keys. You can purchase them with the gold, which you can also just get from combat. I'm actually going to go ahead and grab one of these so we can show off what these do at a later date or a later time. Gem purchases, obviously you're paying this with real money. Cosmetics. So here's this special one. It's the Stellar Drat King Buddy. You have to use this really special currency that you can only get through the Clash Pass, it seems, and then you can get that unless you pull it through the Clash Pass gacha system. And then obviously they have these other buddies you can get with just regular gems and other like card backs, boards, and statues. You have statues and buddies. Yeah, they're little things on the side like Master Duel, except you have two of them. You have a statue and a buddy, which is kind of cool, but I don't know. Doesn't seem that important to me. Then there's this bundle that's called Haha, That's Hot. I don't know why it's called that. It's got a bunch of meme emotes that I think were community funded. Look, that one's a meme from 20 years ago. That one's a meme from Futurama. That one's the girl who looks at the flaming building. Okay, and then we get the Pandora's box, which is our current gacha thing. We have the jackpot of the Stellar Drak King mate. Sorry, not mate, buddy. I'm gonna open one. It does this. It's like a gacha. This is the only gacha system in the game. I got nothing. Cool. So yeah, this is Clash. I think there's a lot of flaws. I just went into every flaw I find in the game, but despite that, I can't stop playing it. I adore the game. It's all of the stuff I said was bad really doesn't impact the gameplay. There are some things that impact gameplay that I haven't actually mentioned yet, and that is, I mentioned bugs generally, but some of these bugs are game breaking. So there are some things you need to avoid. Additionally, while we do have access to every card that's available in the game, there are a lot of cards that are in the paper game that are not currently in Clash. And I say a lot, I mean a lot. This game is missing a lot of the card pool, and you will notice this as you try to build decks that you have in paper. But that's just a matter of them adding them, right? That they're just going to add them. And I think that's kind of cool. I think it's really cool that we just get to have those when they come out. I don't have to pull for them like Master Duel. I don't have to worry about, oh man, is fucking Cryo Scorch gonna be a UR? Is fucking Full Moon gonna be an SR? I don't have to worry about that. It's just here. It's gonna be in my collection as soon as it drops. I know Dan at some point was talking about maybe like in future waves they might have you like pay a one-time fee. I don't know if they're continuing with that or if they're just going to keep doing with this cosmetic monetization. There's ideas he was throwing around. It's hard to tell. Dan throws around a lot of ideas. Not all of them actually stick. But this has developed a lot in the past, 6 months since the beta first dropped for Kickstarter backers. And I expect it to go pretty far in the next couple of weeks. And then next couple of months, who knows where it'll be. So I'm pretty happy about this overall. And that's my thoughts on Clash. Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got a lot more for you if you want them. Just hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notifications. I'd also appreciate if you left me a like and a comment and maybe shared the video around with your friends. You can also follow me on all the usual social media sites. Just check out my website in the description below for more info. My videos are funded by my patrons, Ko-fi subscribers, and YouTube members, whose names you'll see scrolling by in the credits here. For just $1 a month, you too could find yourself here, trapped in my end screen for all eternity. In particular, I'd like to thank Jeremy Coatney, Frog Prince Michael, Fleekill, Haru Hayes, the Almighty Ferret Lord, and Fire Mizumi. A big thanks to all my other patrons and to my little community as a whole. Remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.